Hello there, adventurer, and welcome to this game of Fables from the Tavern. We'll be playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and using the VR and PC game Tavern Tales Tabletop Adventures to do so. I'd highly recommend checking this software out. We hope you enjoy our first game, and thank you ever so much for clicking on the video. First of all, let's go around the table and just give your online name, anything else you'd like to say to the people watching. So I'll start. My name is Stoom. I'm the Dungeon Master of this campaign. I'm incredibly excited to be playing in this, sort of weekly game. I've got so much planned, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, moving on, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ari. I'm going to be playing the Fairy Barbarian Hazel. Feral bitch.
Perfect description. All right, moving on.
I am the Waffle Jr. I'm going to be playing Charlotte Dagori Amatacha, and I will be the monk. I'll see you in a bit.
Lovely.
Joe.
All right.
Joe Who on most things. Joe Boy Who on some. I'll be playing Fritz, the elf. Oh, I'm an elf. Wizard.
I am the Lone Cabin. I'll be playing Sai Silverhune, a Earth Genasi paladin.
And I am Lance 42, Cable 42 on some other things, and I'll be playing my Warforged wizard, Numor.
All right. Well, with those instructions out of the way, I think we can now start this session. Prepare your swords and spells. Things are about to get crazy. So cringe. We begin this campaign in the vast continent of Mifar, ruled by the kingdom of Mifar and led by King Aman, a kindly and just soul who rules over these lands with both forgiveness and an iron fist. Most of this land is an endless expanse of deciduous forest, with creatures of all sorts roaming from the ground and the sky. To the west lies the immense Endar mountain range, and the home of the mighty dwarves, who in recent years have expanded their territories, taking over much of the range itself. Not too far to the west lies the home of the elves, in the city of Enelith, the elven capital, and home to the Lord of the Elves, a race whose lineage is as old as the name of Mifar itself. To the east of the mountain range lies the Mifarian Strip, a small piece of land connecting the continents of Mifar and Kankos. Kankos being a continent of nomadic and stationary groups, and the home of halflings, Goliaths, and many more races. But our story does not begin in Kankos, nor does it begin in the dwarven or elven territories. For the race whom have the biggest influence in Mifar is the confident and hardy humans, whom occupy most of these vast lands. With the continent split into enclaves, all ruled by earls, the story we wish to tell begins in the southern enclave of High Canton, ruled by Earl Arbold, and the area itself filled with agriculture and an innate sense of peace and joy. To the northern section of the enclave lies the humble town of Thorol, home of Arbold himself, and it's here where our adventure begins. As bunting, fireworks, and music and screams spread throughout the town as a great party takes place. For on the birthday of Larsen Arboldson, a great attack took place. One you all were present to. A manticore swooped down, attacking all those who were at the party. Some fled and hid, others did their best. However, you five, filled with the sense of assurance that you needed to help these people, you fought back, killing one manticore, unaware a second had come in and taken a small young child. Her name, Gwendolyn. She is one of the children of the partygoers. And at the end of the party with the child gone, Earl Arbold asked you all whether you would join him, try and save the child from the manticore's grasp. However, you took quite the hit in the fight, not height, it's a bit weird, but you took many damage and are in a state that most of you would not want to continue venturing on. The sun is starting to set, and the party, thanks to the sort of attack, has closed down, despite the annoyance of Larsen, the son of Lord Earl Arbold. So, as we begin, I'll load up the map fuel to give you a brief remembrance of where you were.
Reminder.
We can, You guys should be able to see this now. Yes. So you can't see it the best, but there is this large house
Camera
here, which is
two.
where
Woo!
yeah, camera 2 indeed. Flip it. Oh yeah, camera 2. Hello.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm just going to give a brief description to those. So
They can't see
this
us
is the
looking
Manticore
up.
dude.
That's unfortunate.
He is dead as a dodo. Managed to be killed by the party. This
Yay.
right here is Earl Arbald's Manor. This is where he holds his home. It's sort of this up piece of land that kind of looks out onto the whole town of Thorol, which is utterly filled with such beauty. Here are some food stands, which Hazel, I'm sure you remember you stole some food from. And
Exactly,
he
3
was
pieces
here.
of venison.
There you go, exactly 3 pieces of venison.
I'm gonna go.
And it was
Yeah,
this
target
direction in which the Manticore flew, escaping and taking the child. So, as you all finish that battle, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna take my javelin out of the manticore's body that I threw at it and attach it on my hilt under the back of my cloak.
Sick, right? So you pull it out. The end is coated in this sort of thick blood, slightly more thick than sort of the average humankind, and it seems to have almost clotted in several places where the blood is clumped. The damage yourself, you can see it was quite significant. The javelin was quite a hit. Yeah, so
Sai, a relatively tall man with long black hair and a fine red doublet, is going to walk over to Hazel. Good evening, small fairy. You did quite well.
As you walk closer, she's a small, multicolored, prismatic fairy. Her skin looks like stained glass, and she's got what looks to be a old bear pelt draped over her shoulders as a makeshift cloak. And as you get closer, she like pulls a bit of meat out and then skitters back a little bit away from you.
Oh, don't worry about me. I am Sai Silverhune at your service. I'm sorry. He looks over to anyone else for like what that said.
I have no idea. That doesn't
Ah,
help. All right.
Yes. Well, it was wonderful fighting by all your sides. I don't believe we've introduced. Of course, I know Arbald, but I haven't met any of you.
shall we, on that, go around the table, describe your characters to those watching, and yeah, if you want to give any details that you like.
Oh, well, as
Okay.
I've just said, I'm Hazel. She's a just over 1 foot tall, 1'3" to be specific, fairy. Her hair is this sort of purpley cyan mix of crystal-like shards which stick out of her head, and her skin is this multicolored stained glass texture to it and travels all the way down her body in these weird jagged shapes, and she wears just simple cloth skin to cover herself and a large bear pelt over her shoulders, and she's currently on all fours hiding behind the mantle eating some of its meat. She's also completely
Alright.
covered in mud from sneaking about earlier.
Sure enough.
My name is Shinoch Dinadegori Amatrika.
Nice to meet you.
I am. You're welcome. I am wearing a white stained button up with most buttons down, wearing just like generic like brown trousers and no shoes. He has kind of big ginger hair and a slight stubble. He's wearing a white blindfold around his eyes. Is holding a very intricate marble red staff in his hand. And he kind of leans against it. Sorry. Otherwise, Frederick, my good man. Would you like to describe yourself?
Did I tell you my name?
No,
Anyway,
this is me
yes.
telling you right now to describe yourself.
Anyway,
Our
yes,
Bob
I
did
am.
introduce you all to each other.
I'm Friedrich, Fritz for short. Fairly tall, skinny, very pale, well kept, shortish brown hair, dull red eyes. Yeah, wearing very pale, basically stark white robes, holding a white staff with red veins running through it. That's me.
Well, like I said, I'm Cy Silverhune. He is he's about 6 feet tall. He's wearing a fine maroon doublet. He's got long black hair, a beard. He looks about middle-aged, maybe in his 40s. And he's got a metallic like circlet on his head with 2 little spikes. And right now, the only equipment he has on him is a long sword and a shield bearing a flame symbol in the shape of in the vague shape of a shield.
For
Our Bob looks up at you, Mr. Robot. What's your name? Who are you?
Yes. I am Numor Ironclad. He wears a fine black robe with a red hood that covers his metallic head, which is in the shape of if you know it, an Ikaika mask.
I don't.
And it's
Not
a
sure what that is.
Hawaiian. It's more of a Hawaiian mask.
Oh, okay.
And he's holding a golden staff in his left hand.
My name is Earl Arbold. I am the Earl of this area. I'm sure I'm probably over-introducing myself. Just
Don't
please
worry
call
about
me
it,
Arbold.
Earl.
Sigh.
Worry about many things
I
other than
can't
this.
thank you enough. And all of you have done
Do not
a
thank me.
great deed here.
As I
Now,
said, it was my job.
Thank you, sir.
Not mine.
I
You
do
are one of our
thank
best
the
workers.
other partygoers who had no obligation to help, though. You have my
Arbold
thanks.
It just
I
started
just
to
run
get
fun.
fun.
Well, yeah, like it was either that or just sit there and do nothing. I was like, what's the point in doing that? Just have some
Well,
fun.
you could have run, saved your life. I am honored to have
My
you.
life was in fine hands.
And
Except for the
that's
bit where I got
boring.
hit, but like other than that, I was fine.
I'll press digitation the blood splatter off of my robes.
Could you
Alright,
do that
so
for
you
me? This is my
cast a
only
quick
shirt.
incantation, and then like a small spark, it's entirely gone. All the blood removed, perfectly clean.
Could that
Oh,
actually-
excellent bit of magic there.
Shirt.
When it's on myself, it more looks like all of the blood travels up and then stops just before the neck, disappearing below my robes. On you, it will just vanish. But yes, I will just.
Thank you. I don't have many clothes.
Arbold, after you all
I kind of just
look at
assumed
each
that I
other.
have blood on me. I don't really know. I feel it.
Um,
Feels wet.
Arbold will look to you all and says,
Sorry.
I will set you up in one of our taverns, one of our inns. Please take this, and he brings out 10 silver. That should buy you all adequate rooms in the places, and he hands you each 10 silver as he
But you
gives that to Hazel, and then Shinnok then
Hazel skitters away and sort of like dust kicks the gold away from herself.
silver.
I mean, one
Well,
of you
one
might
gold.
want to...
Silver, I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Fairy, do
one
not
of you
waste the
should take
gift.
that.
I would be happy to take it off your hands if you need be.
Sure.
I'll take that as a yes.
Okay.
Nah, I'll leave it for you. It's fine.
Question: Are you speaking a
So-
language, or is that just?
Yes. She
Yeah.
is speaking a language.
We don't know.
What language is it?
None of you would be able to speak it.
I can
I
confirm
think we
that.
checked this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, the two best places you're probably best off staying is either the Horse's Plough or the Harp and Bow. But of course, it's your choice. But if you want to
I
have a
thought
look around,
Oxus did the ploughing.
Oh, don't worry about it. Taverns are interesting places. I enjoy them.
I know what a tavern is. I just
I'm
usually
aware,
it's an ox.
but the names are interesting.
Ox's plough.
Hazel's just going to
makes
start
sense.
taking more meat off the manticle's body as much as she can.
Hey, do you want a sword? I
She
have
takes
no
out
money.
she takes out a javelin and starts like scooping out the meat.
Yeah, but like you can use like slicing, yeah, motion cutting, like slice.
Ah,
I'll leave it with you anyway. I don't use for it.
let's get out of here.
Well then, let's go rest up soon so we can find this poor child.
Oh yeah.
And he starts heading out towards the Harp and Bow, I guess.
okie dokie.
Mhm.
So,
Alright.
Sire
We follow the
Special,
loud
you'll
one.
know the Harp and Bow has quite
I'm
a name
not
for itself.
loud.
It is-
Excuse
the-
me.
The Harp and Bow is like a it's got a name for itself for being the hub of music in the area. It has a large stage in the center where people sing, dance. You don't know much of the room quality, having never had a reason to stay there, but you'd have probably visited there once or twice with friends. It's certainly a vibe, if that's what you could call it. Very noisy and very packed with people. So yeah, you guys begin to make your way out through the front entrance, of which you manage to take a quick look, as it's almost this sort of balcony of rock over the town, and what you see is this expansive area of small pockets of houses that emit this orangey glow. And on the outside are these golden fields of wheat that's kind of swaying in the breeze, and even further are groves upon forests of trees. These beautiful oaken trees that stretch into the sky, probably older than all of you combined. They seem to own this area. It's almost as if the trees and the nature are what really claim this place, not the people that live here. You notice a large sort of temple in the center, which is currently surrounded in this flickers of light, as well as a secondary temple not too far, which has this giant, almost beacon-like torch on the top with this burning flame. So you know this to be the place that you visited quite a few times for your god. However, as you guys make your way down, it's probably about a 20-minute walk down to the estate, down this winding path that sort of goes along in sort of forested areas that are on the side of this large hill where Arbald lives. And you make your way to the bottom, and instantly you're hit with sort of noise barrier as it goes from this sort of birds tweeting in the distance to suddenly it's the ruckus of a town. People, despite it being late at night, walking through the streets. There are carts all over the place. It's a city of it's a town of the night. There are loads of people here at night, and it's an atmosphere to behold. As there are even the markets, which still run late into the night, thanks to the well accustomed people. As you guys enter the first street, what would you guys like to do?
Are we on the top-down camera or that camera?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing,
We're
actually.
on this camera now.
Cool.
Hey.
Okay, cool.
Hi.
Yeah.
They couldn't see me when I was sitting down, so I
Hazel's
stood up
gonna
a bit.
take a few tufts of fur off her cloak and try to plug her ears from the noise. And she, instead of following the party, is going to fly up onto the roofs of the buildings to get away from the large crowds. And still following the party, but up out of the way of everyone and away from the noise and the bustle.
So you will see as these like crystal butterfly wings start ferociously gliding Hazel into the air, who then lands perfectly on the roofs, and you are able to sort of, considering it's nighttime and only two of the moons are out, the purple and green moon, not providing much sort of light for the people, hence the excessive amount of lanterns. You are able to quite well walk along the roof and keep away from the chaos of town. You four, what would you guys like to do? Are you going to, is there any specific direction? Sai, you'd remember a rough gist. You've been to the area before, so yeah, it's up to you.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I am getting tired. Even beyond just saving this child. How much do you all like to
Yeah.
And no, don't worry about it. Ignore me,
Like to
old man.
No, like
I thought you were going somewhere about this conversation, but like, okay.
Let's keep going.
I don't exactly sleep.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yes, you're an elf. I forget.
Yeah.
I haven't met too many elves.
But resting or is a thing.
Yes, I trance.
Yeah, sure you can do that.
We should take a good rest before going on, lest we end up finding our exhaustion along with whatever took the child.
That is a good
yes.
point.
You're right. Where did the fairy creature? She
Off the roof.
went up
Off
the roof. Yes, I saw. It's an odd one.
Yeah, sure. Like, let him. The hustle bustle of a crowd can be too much.
Yes, that's true. I suppose I'm just accustomed to it. And yeah, he'll continue heading off. Yes, it is.
Sai, you lead your way through the streets. You enter the sort of the only way to get there is through the right center of the night market, which has on the outer skirts some stalls that you keep your head down and do not look at. All sorts of things are sold. Some things that definitely shouldn't be sold. Some people that definitely should not be walking the streets. However, as you head to more of the center of the market is where all the fun is. The cultural foods of the area, which is like this. It's sort of this sausage-like meat, except wrapped into this spiral, then stuck on a stick. And the kids enjoy it as they can like pull on the end and use it as like a spring before, playing with their food and then eating.
Spring cheese.
Yes, it's like springy cheese, but with like sausages.
No, don't worry about it.
So you can see several
Spring
people, eating the local foods, as well as stalls of selling small trinkets. There are some like silver cups, a few selling, the classic alcohol. And the smell is incredibly filled with this aroma of sort of the smell of the herb, thyme and the rosemary, as the cooking is kind of overtaking this area at the night as people are trying to profit on the hungry souls who are roaming the streets. However, you do manage to make your way to the Harp and Bow, of which, before you even enter the door itself, the sound of music is already pushing from the outer edge. Who would like to enter first?
Well, Simon's leading.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I guess I'm in the front. But he would open the door and wait for everyone else. He opens the door for everyone.
all right. Head
I'll
in.
happily walk in.
All right.
Music.
Music.
La musica.
As you enter the Harp and Bow, the first thing you hear is indeed music, as currently a band of halflings is playing on the center stage right in the middle. It's this circular stage, and they are currently like almost back to back singing out or playing their instruments to the audience, who are all absolutely lapping out and throwing silver and copper onto them for their excellence. You see they've got this kind of pile around their feet of silver, almost you can tell they're making quite the profit tonight. Around the outskirts are a wide variety of people, mostly human, female, male alike, as well as those who have a multitude of features. There are races of all kinds, as well as plentiful empty tables for those who wish to stay. Standing at the desk is this sort of satyr who is currently playing the pipes from the from the desk whilst pouring alcohol, which is proving to be quite messy, as there is currently a pool of ale poured all over the desk, whilst the satyr is trying to accompany the music and make money. So as you guys enter, what sort of things intrigue you the most, and where are you heading first?
I'm walking over to the band.
Yeah, Saya's just heading upstairs to get a good night's rest. Goodbye, all of you. I'll see you in the morning.
Well, I'll head over.
I'm
to
asleep,
the
so.
satyr.
Hey?
Well, yes. He walks to the front counter.
Numor follows
Of course.
behind.
Why would I forget that? Why would I forget something as simple as paying for a bed?
Alright, so you
Never.
walk behind the people who's currently getting the ale poured, who, despite this ale looking terrible, are just laughing maniacally at the eccentric satyr standing before you. They take their ale, and you're able to step forth. Hello!
Oh, good evening, tavern master.
I-
Tavern keeper.
Yes, I am Razi. Yes, what do you think of... And then he just starts playing the pipes out of nowhere.
Calm down. I'd just like to order a room. I'm quite tired, and I need to get some rest for the night.
Yes, a room. I can do that. You can tell by now that he's most definitely drunk.
The tavern
And just
keeper is
playing
drunk.
it off as being
Not good form.
Close by.
he's just playing off as being a bit eccentric, but he is off his head. He ducks under the table, looks up, and says, "Yeah, we got a few rooms available. What you needing?"
Well, I've got 4 friends coming probably after me. They'll be wanting rooms, but for now I'll just get a small room, smallest one you have.
That sounds lovely. That'll be he takes out his chart and small. I can't read. What does it say? Points to the rough gist of where the prices are. You can see the small room is 3 silver, and medium room is 6, and like a large room is 10.
Yeah, he just gets a small room and grabs some money from his pouch and sticks it in front. Hey, by the way, it's probably not the best idea to get drunk as a tavern keep. You might lose a lot of money.
Drunk?
you just kind of backhanded whispers to him.
I'm not drunk, and you see as he grabs this coin and just plops it in a cup of ale that he's and then serves to the next person. And you head upstairs to your respective room. The rest of you, what would you guys like to do?
I'll stay by the band, and I'm gonna watch them play for a while. Not cheering, not clapping, just watching it. I am enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying it, though people watching me may not think so.
Okay.
And after 2 or 3 songs, like at the end of that, I will just, I'll walk over and hand whoever looks like the main guy, I'll just hand him, looking at the pile, quite a lot of money compared to what he's already made, and I will hand him 5 gold.
Okay. Is this as in the band people, correct?
Yes, the front man of the band. I will.
So, just as the song ends, it's this beautiful song about the love between an ancient dragon and a mortal human. It's this epic ballad that this then turns into this sort of rocky sort of gist about towards the end as they start going up and down off their heads, and it ends with this giant belt from the singer, which everyone erupts into applause as they all stand up, and you manage to put down your 5 gold, and yeah, the music itself was divine. It was probably one of the best performances you've heard in a long time, depending on if you like music or not. but it was most certainly a show. So where are you heading after you've popped down the five gold?
After paying the musicians their fair amount, I will go and order. I will go and get my room.
Okay. The
Which-
moment that you step away with the gold, the band member goes, "You! Oh, thanks for that, bro. You've that's a lot. That means a lot. Thank you."
Don't mention it.
Absolutely.
Thanks. He's kind of hunched over, like you could tell he's really tired after that song. And you were able to head over to the satyr who's currently got a beer mug attached to one of his horns. Hey, what do you need?
Whatever room I can get for 10 silver.
Yep. And he reaches up to his horn, brings down the cup, pukes in it, and then just chucks it on the side. Whew. Yeah, what say that again?
Whatever room I can get for 10 silver.
10 silver. We got one of the large ones. If you want that, that's 10 silver.
That.
Alrighty. He reaches under the desk and brings out like 3 keys. He stares at them all for ages. I think that's the last, and hands you over this key that has a large, sort of sewed in large written on it. Large.
Bordeaux. Largo. I don't know what the words mean. I'm not bilingual.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Gosh,
I'll take the key and I will head up to my room.
Alright. What about you 3?
I'll head over to the savior. Now, you look like a good man. Also, you look like the tavern keeper. So, like, do you have... What's the most soundproof room you might have?
No. Who are you talking to again? The barkeeper, yeah.
Yeah.
The most sound wall papa? The most...
Yes.
I think we got one of those. This one's at the back and plops down a medium-sized room. That's probably your best bet.
Alright, thank you. I leave. I haven't paid him. I hope he's noticed.
He does not notice. He's
Alright.
Yeah,
I head
he's,
outside. Where are you?
I'm currently outside watching through the windows.
Alright, I head outside and I just like toss you the keys. It's like, best room in the house. And walk
I
back in.
immediately like skitter up fly skitter up the side of the wall away from the keys.
Alright, well, I didn't pay for them, it's fine. I head back in and I want to like see if I can want to go back over to Barkeep. You know, I heard a rumor that someone's stealing the band's equipment outside. You might need to get them to check that.
Did you really? What?
Yeah. I heard some people talking.
I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Yeah. Whew. And he sees he like bigs himself up, shakes his shirt, and which is like incredibly baggy, and half of his buttons not done, and struts outside, whacking the door open. Who's out there? Where is Hazel?
So she would have been at like one of the lower windows, but after Shinnok comes out, she would have flown back up about like halfway up the side of the wall, around the corner.
Shinnok, what are you up to whilst the barkeep's outside?
That's funny. I walk upstairs to get to a room.
Without a key.
Yeah.
Paladin leaves. Immediate chaos and confusion.
As many law breakings as possible. So you're gonna try.
I didn't break a
and-
law, I
you-
confused him. I just like
Okay.
knock on every door
You just
and
stole.
like see what happens.
So we gave it to
knock
you
on
door
the
for
first
sale.
door, and this orc opens the door, except you see he is wearing these incredibly this incredibly short towel that is like no top, and this like sort of a rubber duck in his hands made of like more of a wooden calf material. Yeah?
Oh.
What do you need? And hides the duck. What do you need?
We've been getting complaints that your water is leaking down. I just need to check up on it to make sure that it's okay.
Could you roll me a deception check, please?
All right.
Dunok lives
First
for
roll
chaos.
of the game.
It's not a bad one. Let me check what deception actually is. There's D. Ah, that's pretty good. 17.
Natural
Not the
one.
nat 20 we got in the...
Hey!
Hey, all right.
You see his face is glowing so red about this rubber duck that he goes, "Oh, yeah, you can have a look if you want."
The rubber duck is okay. I have 2 at home. If you need tips, I'll get you some. They're good
Oh,
shops.
yeah, thanks. He'll open the door, let you in, and then like quickly grab a top to put on, so that he's more decent, and then just sits in the bed and starts. He actually starts chiseling away at what appears to be the creation of a second duck.
Oh, that's adorable.
What
Why
are
does
you
he need to
doing?
wear a towel for this? My question. Is that your usual carpentry attire?
No, I'm just getting up to something whilst you're doing your work. I was in a bath, you see.
Yeah, that's what I could tell. Yeah, I head over to the bath.
I wouldn't go. Oh, never mind. The second you enter, this pungent smell of feces. Is that the best word to use? I think so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shit.
It's disgusting. Wow.
Shite.
Don't
fills
swear, we'll
the
get
air.
cancelled.
Oh no.
Please don't cancel us. Sorry.
This is
Yeah,
so
this this pungent smell of feces scatters across your nose, blocking almost all of your senses, as you're like so overly focused on this stench.
I'm a plumber. I faced worse. Jesus. I like stick my fingers in my nose so I can see if I can sense anything around the goddamn room.
So you could tell that there are some trouser bottoms near the side of a bath, which is currently filled with sort of bubbles. That's pretty much what it is. It's a pretty sparse bath, and there's not much. It's a sort of wooden bath and a toilet and a sink. And
Lot
his
of wood.
trousers are on the floor.
All right. Is there a window?
Is there a window? Yes, there is a window, which is at
Alright.
like the opposite side. It's one of those frosted ones to stop people from
I
peeking
open
in.
the window as far as I can.
Okay, so you turn it open. It takes a real hard budge as it feels like it hasn't been opened in a while, but you managed to spin. It's one of the ones that like spins on its axis in the middle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
Oh.
I stick my head out and like look around, see if there's like a balcony or something.
What did you say, sorry?
I stick my head out like of the window, see if there's like a balcony. Also get my head in fresh air. Jesus.
Balcony.
You
Yeah,
can-
like is it?
What
Oh,
were you
I
saying?
just want to stick my head out the
What
window.
is it? Yeah, I mean, the cool the cool air fills your face immediately. It's quite refreshing, and you know, starting to get the smell out. For what you can see, it's mostly just a pretty average street. You can see a few lights are on in houses. There are lamps that are lining the streets, keeping it pretty bright. Especially, lights are really common and much more frequent. Thanks to the fact that the moons, most do not provide much light. Yes,
I cannot see
Right.
light.
that's a good shout. You cannot see light. That is my bad. You can
I can see lamps.
You can like you can you can smell the burning coming off them mostly. That's indicating that they're lit.
Yeah, I can tell it lit, but I just don't know where. All right. So wait, why do I do this? Good question, me. How do I get out of this? Good question, me. All right. I step back out of the room and say, everything is A-OK. Your back is going to be grand. You'll be able to sleep with your rubber ducks or whatever you do with your rubber ducks. I don't judge. So yeah, I'll be heading off. You got any? What's your name, by the way? I never actually got to ask that question.
Oh, I'm Onis.
Honest, good name.
Thank you.
Do you have a key? Because I'm pretty sure there's something that's probably going to happen.
Oh, as in like a room key?
Yeah.
I mean, I have one, but I assume I'll be needing that, right?
No, not really.
You know, I'm gonna
Like,
have to
who
roll
would
perception
run?
check,
Who would
please.
try and break into your room? You're a big strapping lad, aren't you? But also, we lost our master key, so we kind of need your key right now.
I mean, roll me a deception check.
Yeah, okay. Second one. 14.
Natural 20. I've rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
He's done with you.
It's not it's like he's so embarrassed that he just wants you out. I mean, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna just keep this. That's right. And he just rushes over to you and starts ushering you out of the room. Thanks for
Jesus.
fixing whatever you fixed. And slams the door behind you.
Made the plumbing. You needed it. All right, that's door number 1. Door number 2.
All right,
We'll leave. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll head to Newmore. What would you like to do as you enter this tavern of immense sound, music, and joy?
Well, I'll just take a look around, join the music. Then after a bit, since don't really need to eat or drink, I go to where the tavern keep was to see if I can get a room. So
All right, so he's nowhere to be seen at first. You kind of look about for a bit before suddenly he just it's like he wasn't there and now he is. Hello, what can I do for you?
Oh,
Wait,
huh.
I love your costume. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Really imaginative. Really imaginative.
Yes, I made it myself. Now,
I mean, it's really impressive. What'd you need?
a room, please.
Do we have the... Yeah, we have those? We have those. I think. Which size? There's probably sizes. There must be sizes. That'd be silly. Yeah, which size?
No, I'll take a medium room. Don't need much room.
That'll be 6 silver, sir. I think. Yeah, 6. We'll call it 6.
Alright. He reaches into one of the pockets in his robe and pulls out the money you need and puts on the counter.
Thank you. That's mine. Yeah, there's your key. And hands you this this key that has orange writing saying medium.
Alright. He nods. Thank you. And heads up to his...
No problem.
Alright, and he heads up towards his room.
All right. Hazel.
Okay. Is the key still outside?
It's currently on the floor where it fell, yes. And you can also see the barkeep who... this took place right after, so like in terms of timings, that like Newmore was served and then this all happened.
Okay. So the barkeep is still out there.
The barkeep is now out there, yeah.
Okay, so she'll head up to the top of the roof and take a quick check of her surroundings, see if she can see where like the edge of this city street is.
Alright, roll me a perception check.
Okay. -2, let's go. That's 2.
It's real dark. The moons are not helping. The green and the purple are just left inadequate for light. However, you notice because of the immense amount of light, the street does seem to go on for our one way, but the other way you are right on the corner.
Okay, that's cool. Do I have an estimate of how far away from my den I am from here?
You could, you would know that it would probably be the morning by the time you got there.
Damn.
Especially
too
with trying
far
to
away.
navigate the streets, you can't really you don't really have a good sense of direction at the moment, thanks to the darkness. But yeah, it would take a while.
Okay. Is there like any open windows near the top of the building that she can slip in
Yes.
through?
There's this ginger guy looking out of one of them, who then ducks back in, leaving the window open.
Okay, she'll scuttle in through that window.
All right, so you just hear someone saying, I'm going to keep this key if that's all right, and some outdoor slams, and you're standing in the middle of a bathroom with a pair of trousers on the floor, a bubble bath,
Terrible smell.
and a very naked orc standing in front of you. What are you doing in here?
He's also still like,
What are you? You see
She'll just head towards the door in the bathroom, just going to head out.
Yeah, you go under his legs. He's blocking the doorway, and he's like trying to cover all his areas, and you've managed to duck under, and he just goes around. I mean, you can't just break in. You know, this is not good conduct.
I just turn around and just hiss at him.
We could play that game. And he just growls at you really badly. So you know when someone's trying to be aggressive, it just really fails.
yeah.
She'll just like hunker down on all fours and head to the exit of the actual room itself.
So you jump up, pull the door open. Bye. And you head out, leaving the door open, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You see this old lady walks past you, looks just to this half-naked orc, goes, the manners these days are just not what they used to be. And heads down the stairs.
Hisses at her as well.
Just kind of like whacks you across the head with the
I
stick.
feel bad
gently.
for Orc Man. He's just having the worst
I take
day.
out she hits me with a stick, does she?
Just taps you.
Don't
So I try
touch
to
old
bite the
lady.
stick.
Uh,
Like
Yeah,
as she
she'll,
hits
like-
it, just like jump forward and try bite it.
do I,
Yes, you can. I'm going to say roll an unarmed strike against the stick.
probably see all of this. I'm like still on.
Hey, you remember how good my rolls are for my rolls were first session?
Yeah,
They're
you're
not
not
bad
bad.
now.
Did you waste
13.
all of your campaigns?
It still hits a stick, right? You're done.
Yeah.
I think in
I'll
natural
just
one,
start,
with anything
like-
that could have stopped you.
Like a feral dog, just start like shaking it in her mouth.
Sai and Fritz, you would have been in your rooms. I'll describe the rooms as soon as I finish with this. But you just hear this old lady shrieking. Newmore,
It's not just the old
you
lady
would've
shrieking,
just
he's
arrived
running
in the
out there.
So yeah,
Fast you
know this.
can.
I'm in the hallway, by the way.
You're in the hallway, and you all just see or understand in your case that Hazel is currently biting on this old lady's stick, who is currently trying to frantically rave the fairy about.
Yeah,
God.
Sai's running out to help whoever's in danger.
Help!
Hazel.
Get off!
Not
Scallywag.
I actually don't think I know your name, but anyway. Could you stop biting your stick? Also, did you bring the key? Why do we...
Oh,
why do
it's
we
you
bother
two.
trying to have conversation?
Oh my
It
word!
wasn't
You
my
hit the
fault
bed,
this
please.
time.
Why would I think it was your fault? I've never met you before.
No,
Well, it slightly was my fault, but like that's... I usually just say that as like a
She'll
catch-all
let go
term
of
so
the
that no
stick.
one thinks it's my fault.
I see.
It's now got these
Well, get-
giant teeth marks in.
Just get to your room and leave this
I'm
lady alone.
very sorry for my
Pay
friend
that.
here. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, how much? Yeah, it's
I have
also
no
the
idea.
damages for the emotions.
I can't... Here, I like reach into like whatever I have for collecting coins, and like I pull out like 1 silver, and like, here, is this pay for it?
Yeah. All right, that'll do. And then scuttles off like really like sassily, but also
You
not
owe me a
sassily 'cause
silver.
she's struggling to walk down the stairs. You can hear her raving on about how these people no respect anymore.
What's
I,
new,
I,
my
clo- I close I
Very
close the
strange
orc's
stairs.
door. Sorry about the moment. Sorry.
When you said, "Oh, it's you two," by the way, Sai, you would have heard from behind you, three actually, as I'm walking up behind to see what the commotion was.
Were you involved? I assume you weren't involved in
Did
this.
you bring the
Fritz.
key?
No, I just heard the woman.
No key.
Damn it.
Well, seems to be dealt with, but you two,
Yeah, I
Get to your
assume you'd probably
rooms.
be outside. Yeah, that's a
Please.
bit of a problem. We don't have rooms.
why didn't you buy them?
I did. I gave it to Hazel, but Hazel still left it outside.
Why'd you leave it
Would you
outside?
like to
Why did you leave it outside?
Spanner!
Apparently a spanner.
Look, I don't have room, but I can pay for your rooms if you're that desperate. But you know, we were
Nah, I'll get
the,
rooms,
the
it's
Earl
fine.
gave us money.
I got one
I
of
know.
the big rooms.
Oh,
gosh,
that's
are you-
excellent.
I was hoping to have my own space.
Oh no, then
but
I'll
if
get a
you
room
need
myself.
to
It's
sleep
fine.
there.
No, it's
I
fine.
I did get the big one just in case.
All right. But
Well, if there's
yeah,
no other commotion, I'm going back to my room. I'm sorry, I can't deal with this at the moment.
that's fine. Do you want to get a room, Hazel?
Ah.
All right, fair. I knock on the second door.
Oh,
I just keep knocking until I find someone who doesn't respond.
We're gonna go. I'll come back. I'm gonna go describe the rooms. Who got the small room?
I got the small room.
Okay. So as you enter, there's no bath.
Oh no.
But there is this toilet. No real place to clean. There is a single bed. With a small desk to the side and a mirror opposite, and a really, really small circular window that doesn't seem to open, but provides a pretty nice view. It's actually directly in line with the moons at the current time. It's quite the lovely view considering you paid a lot less. The bed itself is sort of a hay mattress that's covered obviously and like it's bundled together, so it's not the comfiest. But the duvet is sort of like a well stitched together blanket with this ornate swords carved onto it, and then right in the center is this large harp which has an arrow knocked into it, like it's a harp and a bow.
Nice.
Which is the logo for the harp.
Yeah, he'll just sort of remove his shield and his backpack and just drop off some of his stuff by the bed before kneeling and muttering a small prayer and then going to bed.
So for a few seconds, you just feel within yourself, it's just the sound of flames. Nothing really comes to you, no visions from your god, but it's always when you meditate, you can hear the flickering of flame, and it puts into peace in you. Hands feel warm, and your body feels filled with almost a calm, gentle fire before you finish meditation. And are you taking a
crackling.
long rest?
Yeah.
All right, so you take a long rest. Who got the medium room? I believe that's Newmore. Yes. Okay. So as you enter, you have to your left is a door which opens up into this. It's really quite small bath. Just about you could just about fit in, with a toilet, a sink,
Warforged
and a
bath.
mirror above the sink.
Oil bath.
There's a double bed, which is opposite this large desk, which has some ink and some free paper on the side, as well as a lovely mirror, which has this ornate golden outer ring. Bed itself is a sort of hay mattress, but of finer quality. It's got these two blankets this time, both bearing the same harp with a knocked arrow inside. And above your bed is this sort of musical lute, which is resting on these sort of prongs that stick out the wall. So Newmore, what would you like to do whilst in your new room?
He look around the room, interested, but I just retired to bed, and just before I actually go to bed, I'm gonna cast Find Familiar. So to get my familiar, and choice of familiar I'm going to pick is a Tezrim.
Okay.
Oh, trust him.
Tressum.
All
There
right.
you go. And yep,
Okay, 1 second.
I get to bed. I rest.
What are you summoning again? Sorry.
Tressum.
It's the cats with the wings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, yeah, are you doing it as a ritual or as a spell slot class?
You know what? I think spell slot, since I'm doing long rest anyways.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of hold your staff in hand, twist it, and from the top summons down these sort of beams of dark light. It's like they're shedding off darkness instead of light, almost like absorbing the light, which forms into this creature that you have summoned in front of you, and the creature then starts rubbing around your legs, rubbing its head against you, looking up at you, and before running straight over to the bed and lying down.
Go
It's a
alright.
bit of a concerning question to ask. Are you using a spell slot for this right before a long rest?
Yeah.
What? No.
Just making sure. Yeah, anyway.
Nothing will happen. All right. So, Fritz, you had the large room,
Yes.
you open the door, and what you revealed is to your left is immediately a bathroom. It's got this large bath with a toilet, a large sort of like cabinet which has a variety of toilet rolls and stuff to wash yourself with. It's got this large mirror and this double sink.
Mm.
As well as a sort of towel that is emitting a light, seemingly some sort of magic, is the only way described. As you enter, there's actually a room opposite you, which you open to find to be a small storage cupboard. It has a few, to your left are some shelves, and then to the right in the middle are some coat hangers for you to place all your items in a more safe storing space. As you then enter into your room, it's actually like the biggest size bed, king size. It's got this large sort of head of the bed that culminates in this large point. The bedspread itself is actually not a hay mattress anymore. It's using sort of sheep's wool underneath the mattress and then covered in stuff to create a much lighter bed that offers much more comfort. It's like a memory foam sort of vibe. And the duvet itself is firstly a small thin white sheet, and then this larger sheet which contains the logo, a third sheet that goes over your feet, and then a sort of satin band along the bottom, and these large pillows that are filled to the brim and perfectly and crisply cold to the touch. Opposite
I
is
prefer
this
warm pillows.
desk with some paper, some ink, a lovely mirror, and then to the left of that is a large bookshelf, which just has a giant collection of different sorts of books, from romance novels to sort of stories of adventures, to children's books, to even some diaries of people that have stayed here. So it's got quite the entertainment. But yeah, what would you like to do? Is you're in your room?
Well, that's a good question. Let me check my elves. I don't believe I have Find Familiar. No, I don't. I wouldn't want one anyway. It would just slow me down. I will get ready for bed, well, for my trance. I will pick out a nice book. I'll read that, and then I'll read a good few chapters of it, and then I will trance. Which I have a
What sort of
question for you
books?
after.
Okay. What
Pardon?
sort of books are you looking for? Any
Oh,
sort
I'm
of gist?
absolutely reading one of the romance books.
Okay. This one is.
But one of the the cheesy ones, like the painful to
Oh.
read ones.
Oh yeah, perfect. It's called Love Too Hot to Handle, and it's about
Perfect.
the romance between a fire genasi and a water genasi, and how their two
Perfect.
families wouldn't let them live together. And
It's Romeo and Juliet.
what? Then eventually
With
they
two-
get
two
married in
different
secret,
answers.
but the water genasi gets married off to
Steam
an earth
genasi.
genasi, as they're deemed to be better to be together by the family. However, it all
Whoa.
culminates in the tragic and sad death of them both as they kill each other, believing the other to
They
be
kill
dead.
each other.
Believing
No,
the
they
other
kill
was
them.
dead.
They do not kill
Say
each
I.
other. This is the romance novel. They kill themselves. For each
That's how I
other.
remember
Say
Romeo
I.
and
I've heard
Juliet
the first
ended.
one.
They just murder each other in cold blood.
Wait, what did you say?
I prefer
No,
the first
that's
version where they
No,
kill
no,
each other.
before that. Before that.
Oh, I said we had two different ideas. You said Romeo and Juliet. I said Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh,
It's both.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. My favorite movie.
It's Romeo and Juliet.
Shot, Lava, and Boy
Oh,
Girl.
God, that is such a good film.
It is so good. It's
Um,
awful, but it's so good.
I love it.
Same
and
with
at
Is
the
that
Spidey.
the
end,
dream one?
it
Perfect.
says,
Dream,
"But
dream.
little did they know
Dream.
that the water genasi was pregnant with a child
No.
who was
Whoa.
saved from the mother." And it sets up a second book called Steamy Love. as,
Okay.
as it,
I'm not reading the generational love.
Why not?
Just the first one. Just the
Why
first
not?
one.
I was
It gets
there
terrible
not
after the
you
first
turn-
one.
You turn to the back and you see there are 8 books in the series. They're each a different generation.
Christ. Okay.
There's Steamy Love. There's
don't need
50 Shades of Fire.
yeah, you don't need to. Anyway,
I'm gonna go through
50
all
Shades
8.
of Red. You
What?
can if you want, but
are we going to bed?
The
Well,
most
no,
popular
I-
one
we
is
forget about
is Hairy Feet in My Face, which is
Okay.
one of the last ones. It's a genasi and a halfling romance. You can see it's written like there's a little exclamation bubble that says 5 stars.
Still,
We don't need this.
not for me.
Would you
I
guys
agree.
like
This is this
reading
is
or
what Stu spent the longest time on this session.
This is
Yeah,
what the Lego
all
is
the
moving
prejudice
on.
section.
I think the people watching would just love to see hairy feet.
I'm
on my
sure they
face.
would.
No one's watching.
Anyway,
No.
continue.
I wouldn't.
We don't.
I mean, it's 1,000 subscribers and I'll read out hairy feet in my face. There you go.
God.
YouTube stuff, guys. YouTube stuff.
Okay.
Wow.
Why you make
Anyway,
us dread the
I feel like
100K?
we've hindered ourselves from getting to 1,000 as everyone will unsubscribe now.
Ah, yeah,
But anyway,
We started with 11. We're gonna go down to
yeah,
2.
go down to 0.
let's go. Okay,
Okay.
continue.
All right.
So with Fritz, are you
Me.
then going to take a long rest after you've
Yes.
read your book? Yes. All right, so you head into your trance, sort of sitting on your bed. Meanwhile, Chinook and Hazel,
All right.
and what are you
So
two
we knock
troublemakers up
on
to?
the next door and we wait and see what happens.
Hazel, are you
Hazel's just
gonna
standing off in the
stick-
back. She's standing off in the background a little bit, just eating some of the venison.
Oh God, that's
Hazel,
just
when
just
I
tearing
signal,
it
on
run,
your
off and
face.
just-
I think
Hazel, when I signal,
has-
run into the room. Okay,
Ah.
we're not fighting anyone.
Ah.
Just eat your venison, it'll be grand.
Ah.
You open the door. Well, you knock on the door, sorry. Opening the door is this gorgeous gentleman with this long, luscious black hair that goes down to his shoulders. He has no top, but these long trousers on that are like white. He has this perfectly kept hairy chest with a gold sort of chain that ends in this ring. He's got 2
He
earrings
loves
on either ring,
shirtless
on either
men.
ear.
Yes.
Hey.
Christ, this is
Very
a test.
clearly.
Wrong door. We'll let you sleep. I knock on the next door. I'm not tricking this man.
She just covered. She's
Yeah.
got blood all over her face. Ah.
Wrong door. I'm sorry, my good man.
It's all right. I'm not up to anything. Anyway, yeah.
Zoom is into
I think you would
man.
break me. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, well. He just,
maybe I like
winks
that.
He just winks and really slowly closes the door dramatically. As if
All right,
just-
Hazel.
he could
One of
tell
us
he's
can
full
go
of
into that
himself.
room, and I don't want it to be you. So we'll get another room. I knock on the next door over.
You see this for a second where you can't see anyone before you notice that standing at your feet is this halfling. Hello.
All right, this is.
How
Yeah,
tall are they?
there's been a bit of a mix-up.
Taller than you.
This is my room, not yours. Your room
Okay, then.
has apparently been. Yeah, do you know the barkeep? He's an eccentric little man. He
Yeah.
has placed your key outside in the ground for some reason, and yeah, it's out there. You can go see it now. I'll wait here, but your house key's outside.
I'm curious as to
Alrighty.
why Shinnok isn't just going out and grabbing the key that he threw outside.
I'm not bothered.
Because it's
He
fun.
is not bothered.
I'm just not bothered.
Fair
You
enough.
see, it's like actually a
What
pretty
chaos
good.
incarnate?
It's like a bigger room than this, so you get an upgrade now.
I mean,
I'll leave
is
the
that-
door open until you come
is
back.
there an extra large? Because I've got a large, you know. Is there an extra large?
There is, and it has no sound. It's like
Oh,
a
that's
soundproof.
amazing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, that's a good one, that. I'm gonna head down.
Bye bye.
And the halfling passes by, kind of like pushing past. Oh yeah, I better clean up, shouldn't I? Yeah.
I'll do
When I
that.
get the
No,
key-
you be grand. I'll give you everything.
Oh,
I do.
that's so kind of you. I'll be back in a
You're welcome.
second.
I
Heads
do
down
like just chuck all of his items outside the room. It's like, Hazel, we got a room. You. Yes. Like, what do you expect me to answer to that?
She like as she walks past, she like takes like the handful of venison she's got left up at him, and then heads into the room. Closes the door behind her.
I'm gonna need a place to clean my clothes again. Jesus. All right.
She
I don't know what
closes
to
the
do
door
with
behind
this.
her as she walks in.
Yeah, I know. I already have my core stuff in between that door. I'm not letting you steal my. I ain't having it. Actually, you can have it. I have an idea. I go back to the really nice man and I knock at his door.
Oh.
Hey.
So I got locked out of my room and I need someone to stay with.
Well, I mean, how many do you want?
People are in that room.
I've got a few friends in here.
Fuck it. And I just run in.
So you open the door, running in. You see this
I do not get
group
long rest.
of instant. Oh no, not quite. You see this, no. You see this group of utter, like, if you've ever described someone who is a nerd, this is 5 of them.
That's rude. I take offense. Also,
to be honest,
sitting in
I
VR
am like
playing
the
D&D.
spitting idea. Yeah. Well, it's probably a bit. We're all nerds. I look like a nerd. It's all right.
Sure.
Yeah.
You haven't met us
so
yet, so.
Obviously.
You see
Sexy.
their
Nerd versus geek. Yeah.
that they are all playing what appears to be a small like board game, with these wooden dice.
There
So
was.
you want to play?
I can't see,
Stu,
so
are
like,
you the
you better
man?
tell me what I'm rolling.
Stoom's the man and we're them.
Alright, look, I've got nothing better to do. I better get to sleep after this because I've been bleeding for like a while now and it hurts, so
It's just bleeding.
Oh
I've been
yes. I
bleeding
mean,
profusely and I gave up a room for this, so you better be worth my time. Anyway,
I
yeah,
mean,
I play D&D with them.
our cleric can patch you up. Yeah. He invites you in.
Your voice has gotten worse.
worse.
He like ripped off the suit and he's just like a worse person underneath.
You see then he goes over and puts on his shirt. It's it's just imprinted with a giant dice. I'm saying
That's
I'm
fine.
a nerd. What are you gonna do about it?
Lovely.
and they all start playing.
He's a hot nerd. Like,
For
that is genuinely
5
two of the best things I could think of.
yeah, for 5 hours straight.
I like that
they
he
play this epic
answered the
session.
door shirtless.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've got to.
That's how like all
No,
that's what there's like
no,
5 other
it's
people.
5
Door
seconds it
shirtless,
takes.
and once you were in the room, he put it back on.
I wonder what he
yeah,
was
so
doing.
you have this all night is this action-packed adventure. It lasts for at least 5 hours, where they end up killing this like really like evil guy. His name is Stom. He's this ginger.
You're so
you.
funny.
Terrible. Wow. Can't
this
believe it.
ginger wizard who's wreaking havoc on the land. But you are eventually able to grab a long rest.
Barely.
Probably lulled to sleep by the utter boredom. Yeah.
I would be entirely interested in. I might have snuck a few drinks, but like other than that.
Okay.
A little nightcap.
It's an okay session. The DM is the guy that opened the door to you.
Yeah, probably.
It's not actually
DM.
Dungeons and Dragons exactly. It's
Excuse me.
it's a
GM
system.
is trademarked. You can only say GM.
Oh yeah, it's the
GM.
GM. DM.
The GM of the game within
Don't
the D&D
copyright
game,
strike us, please.
made by
Let's
the
keep-
DM.
That's
Let's
just like
keep-
in
That's not how it works.
Doom.
Well, this is
Yeah, the he's sort of it's a bit different to D&D. It's more of a it's
we don't need to
it's role
explain
play, but it's also on a
we-
board game.
we don't need to explain the mechanics of this fictional.
Yes.
We can play it if you want. This is it. We're
No.
no longer playing D&D 5e. We're playing this game.
We're done with the
that I've made
system.
up on the spot.
We've
I
decided
haven't
that
had a
we're
chance to
no
sleep
longer
yet.
playing D&D. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're not. I'm kidding. Anywho, yeah. So you grab a long rest. Hazel, are you just exploring the large room ahead of you?
I took your
first
medicine,
of all,
by the
how
way.
does the door open? Is it like a normal door handle, or is it just like a push open one?
It's like a knob, a doorknob.
When
Okay.
you twist. Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
take out my hammer and lodge it underneath the door knob to stop it from being pushed open?
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
And then
I
I'll
see
just
it.
take a
Yeah.
quick glance around before I curl up underneath the bed and sleep under the bed.
Much like Fritz's room, it's got two doors to your left and right. One is this bathroom with like a clear some bubble bath to the side. One's this sort of closet area, and then the bed itself is probably about. I mean, you could probably get about 12 of you in the bed, and there'd still be space. You're like a pea against the size of the bed itself. And so you lay down on this incredibly comfy thing.
No, I'm going under
which
it.
is- Oh, under.
I'm
it.
sleeping
All right.
under the bed.
It's this large expanse for you.
Boogeyman.
It's like a sort of a fortress under there. It's incredibly
Oh, yeah.
warm. It's very dusty. You definitely hear a mouse at one point.
That's just a friend. I'm used to it.
Yeah. But it's comfy for you. Very comfy. Yeah, you can take a long rest too if that's what you so wish to do.
Yes. Get my rages back.
We've almost spent
Alright.
2 hours getting to our rooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what D&D is
This
all
is
about.
D&D.
This is D&D.
Yeah.
Excellent D&D. Excellent content, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
No,
I'm sure you guys are enjoying all the
Maybe
The action
a
packed.
little bit faster. I don't know. That's all. My 2 cents. Anyway, this is
It
I'm
would have
enjoying
been
this.
If we had the first sessions up
Anyway.
behind the curtain for our fun.
Oh,
so-
technical difficulties.
yeah, technical difficulties.
Indeed,
Didn't go
indeed.
well. Anywho, you guys all awake. The sound of sort of bacon fills your nose coming from downstairs. And you all individually head down at different times for sort of, I assume, meeting at some sort of table. Would that make sense for you all?
Yeah. We all meet downstairs, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hazel is going to stay in her room until someone comes to get her. Just sleeping.
Sai
under the
Sai will go and order whatever's, Sai will actually order relatively large breakfast.
Okay.
How much that costs, I don't. Doesn't matter to
I'll
me.
probably go get Hazel.
Set you back about 3 silver.
Cool.
Or
3
or
silver
do-
for breakfast, 3 silver for a room. Sounds good.
Well, 3 silver
Uh,
for all of you.
Oh, okay. If it's 3
As
silver,
in,
wait, 3
like,
silver for
3 silver to serve all of you. As in,
total.
not
Yeah,
each.
he'll pay
Oh.
for it all. He'll pay for
Right.
all of us.
You get this expansive breakfast of all sorts of meats, fresh vegetables, stuff like that. It's actually quite nice.
Well, I hope you eat up. We'll need our strength before we head out to kill the manticore. Save the girl.
Do you even remember the girl's name?
Well,
Fun.
Stu, what was the girl's name?
I was asking.
I don't
this
remember the
time.
girl's name.
Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn, yes.
Dark Souls
Save
reference.
Gwendolyn. He would remember.
Mm.
Who has
I
been,
would remember.
crying himself to sleep. No,
Damn,
yeah,
my mission.
save Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
No. I'll go Hazel if need be.
Ah,
You
oh,
hear
my
it.
wall
First
there.
of all,
Shit, you.
hit your wall.
Hazel hits the bed on top, hits her head
It
on
was
the
like-
bed.
I like walk into the room. I just see like
shelf,
Hazel
like,
wham
like
into
it.
a wall.
Somehow throughout her sleep, she's moved from under the bed to like the corner of the room.
It looks like the Blair Witch. Just like walking in and just see you staring in the corner of the room.
You see your hammer fell down during the night. It wasn't particularly perfectly placed, so Shinnok was able to enter the room, and you can see it's standing at the opposite, and you're kind of curled in that corner of your room.
She's curled up.
Wake up. Alright, breakfast downstairs. I traded this room for a disappointment, so you better be happy. Before I go downstairs.
She'll pull a few like chunks of the broken crystal of her hair that would have like just chipped throughout the night, and
By the time you get
Hand
down, I
in.
assume there will be breakfast for all of
Follow
us
behind.
because I ordered.
Yeah, we probably take the
Yeah.
longest to get down. I got the least sleep.
By the time you arrived here, like I said, breakfast
Alright.
is all prepared for you all. You guys
Side's
had a
already half
hearty
done.
meal. Whole sausage at once.
how edible
Yeah,
will
I
my
would-
venison still be?
Handled myself.
It's salted, so quite well.
Cool.
It's
I'll
double-
just
Yeah,
I'll continue
probably,
eating that.
Okey-dokey.
I'd probably have gone there like either first
want
or
a coffee.
second to Sai, and I'm just feeding my new familiar.
I'm
Oh,
eating.
who's this?
I'm drinking like gallons of coffee.
Newmore, was it? Was your friend here?
Yes, my familiar. I'm gonna name her Twix.
Twix. That's an excellent
You've
name.
s-
I've never seen
cat.
anything like that.
A reference.
Like a
Yes,
I don't care.
it's
A
a
reference.
really unfurls its wings and floats onto the table really elegantly and just kind of starts brushing its face against your beard.
he laughs. He gives a big hearty laugh and he starts petting it. What is this wonderful creature called? You said Twix was the name, right?
yes. The creature is called a Tresem.
Oh, a tresser, you said?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure we'll get along. And he just gives him a little smile, or gives the tresser a little smile.
It just meows softly.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So-
we finished breakfast, I assume.
Yeah, you finish breakfast in due time, and you guys can leave to take on this quest that our bods asked you to do. The quest, of course, being finding Gwendolyn and killing any manticores that get in your path.
All right, let's go.
So, as you head out, Sai,
Yes.
does a 15 hit?
15. Well, assuming he's in adventuring gear, which includes armor. No.
Okay. The spike comes past and bounces off your arm up,
Ah!
sliding on the floor behind you, of which you see a shadow over your head, a shadow you're quite well familiar with now. Circling above you is this lion-like creature with a horrible humanoid-ish face, red wings, and a spiked tail. A manticore. Coming out behind you is the
That was
orc
fast.
who you guys met yesterday and an elderly lady, who are both currently staring up at the manticore, not quite sure what to do.
We're
Never
outside the
mind.
tavern right now?
I-
Or
Is
just
this like
outside?
right as
You're
we
outside
step
the
out?
tavern. This is
Like
right
we
as you
step out
yes.
and then we get attacked?
Yeah, okay. For a moment, I thought we were like off in the fields and they just like had ambushed us, like this old lady and
Yeah.
orc. They're like
Yeah.
angry at us
Like,
now.
The moment you step out, this thing sweeps into action.
Little did you
instantly,
know, we're
shooting at you.
secretly working for the evil manticores.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to get out the minis for you guys. The manticore has come in from here, shot at you with its tails. You guys are,
Good,
this
okay.
is the tavern right here.
Okay.
I'm
don't
going
forget
to switch
change
to
the
the
camera.
aerial view for all the, for all the people watching. There you go.
Scale is set, I assume? Or is it?
The scale is set, yes. I'll add the minis of the orc in.
Oh, these, okay, cool. Grids are 5.
He's so tiny.
Tiny, tiny, tiny.
Oh, man. I forgot to mention as dinner was finishing up, I wanted to cast Mage Armor.
Me though.
Oh, yes. That's fine.
What are you doing, baby?
El gato.
Come on. Go on.
I wouldn't be there, hold on.
Back in a second.
Working.
I think there's
Something
either
funny
a
about
cat
someone
or a
just
random
walking
child.
away.
El gato.
El gato. Okay.
I'm back.
Did you
This
do
be
it
the elderly
with
lady.
the cat?
Yeah, I just had to go that around.
Alrighty. So, let us roll for the first time for all those at home. Can we all roll initiative? And
Whee! Ah.
someone
Wonderful.
me to whip out the music again.
Woo!
My my excellent luck strikes
13.
again.
Alright, so
I got a
Um,
20.
let's start off with 20 and above.
20.
Here. 22.
22. Okay,
So,
so Newmore
Newmore
up
then.
first with Hazel. Then we'll go 15 to 19.
17.
Brits, 17. Alright, awesome.
Oh, also Twix got 19.
Okay. Does Twix have... I'm assuming Twix is the is it his or her?
Sure.
Alright, I'm assuming Twix has her own initiative, right? Instead of following yours. I'm guessing
Yeah,
that's
Twix
that.
has her own initiative.
Alright, that's
Alright.
awesome. Then Shinnok and Sai, what did you guys get?
13.
13?
1. It's a dirty one too. That's with my modifiers.
Oh no. Alright. So,
You're not very dexterous, are you?
Doesn't help
With
that
that-
I roll perfectly poorly on initiative.
top of the round, Newmore.
I don't want to
What
talk
would you
about
like to do?
voices.
Alright. So, I'm gonna start off with, yeah, alright. We'll start off with strong with, I'm gonna cast Levitate on the Manticore.
Levitate.
Okay.
well,
Alright, yeah.
And levitate
What's that
down.
from me?
levitate the
That's,
flying creature.
yeah, and that's con save from the Manticore. Oh wait, am I in
Is Levitate gonna
range?
do anything?
7.
That's a fail.
It remains suspended.
We whip up Levitate for a second.
And,
Oh yeah, it can only move by pushing or pulling. So yeah.
yep, so it is stuck
Oh,
where
So
it
it
is.
doesn't affect it.
It basically
yeah,
just
okay.
got put into zero
And-
gravity.
And
Putting the
let's see.
mailbox.
As a bonus action, I can't cast another spell, or no, that's gonna make me drop con,
That's
isn't
a
it?
cantrip.
Yeah. You want to cast
Yeah,
cantrip?
bonus action.
You're right.
bonus
No,
action
wait. You can't
No,
cast.
no, no.
You can't cast a bonus action cantrip if you cast an action spell.
Alright. Yeah, you're right, you're right. Yep, so I'm just gonna end my turn there.
I thought you could. We can have two.
Oh, good. Okay,
levels
so you
up.
take out your
You can't
staff,
have
No.
two if
whip
it's a
round,
bonus
and
action.
send out
It's a weird roll.
sort of black ichor that wraps around its legs, keeping it floating in the air, suspended, not able to move, which will make it Yvette's turn. Hazel.
Hazel will climb up Numor's back, and then as a it just gets distance up, and then as a
50
launch pad,
feet.
launch and fly off their shoulders to about here-ish. Ooh, watch turn of
Okay.
gravity to about here.
Yep.
And then take one of her javelins and chuck it, and she will reckless attack that.
I roll to hit.
Can't reckless attack with range.
It doesn't. It just says when you do your first attack. It doesn't say it has to be melee. Oh no, it does say. Never mind. I don't reckless. I just do a normal attack then. It says it doesn't have to be a melee attack to do a reckless attack, but you only get advantage if it's a melee attack.
Yeah. It's a dumb
So I
roll.
can reckless
You
attack.
can
and not-
choose to just leave
I
yourself
can.
open.
I can reckless attack. I won't get any benefits. But it will get...
Only
So,
negatives.
of course. I always do that, so like...
I will throw the javelin then. Down. Okay. That's 14 to hit.
14 will just hit, yes.
Cool.
There you go.
Nice. 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing, that's awesome. Okay, so you bring back your javelin, launching it as fast as you can, striking it right across the side, leaving this large gouge, sorry, and it swings past though, lands over here roughly, which will, is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that will make it Twix's turn.
Alright,
Twix.
Twix will...
Twix.
how far away is this?
Or would you like me to get you a mini for the cap?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Just point to me where you'd like it, and I'll move it there for you, just because
Alright,
thing's perfectly right.
fair enough.
Right, where
Yeah, so Twix will fly to up here.
Alrighty, dashing is that?
No, she has a 60-foot fly speed.
Damn. Alright.
Kitty.
Meow!
Big cat versus small cat.
Oh, my bad. I just looked it up. It's actually 40.
Okay.
So,
Do you want
yeah,
to measure?
so-
Could you measure it? Just give me. Actually, I
Just
should.
gonna run with a quick while.
I
Back in a
can-
minute.
so right,
Sorry, meow.
so right about here. Okay. And that changes what I was going to do, so I'm just going to have her move there, and that'll be the end of that turn.
Okie dokie. That will then make it. Let me just quickly rejig the initiative. So
You-
it's
you-
Newmore,
Fritz of the Manticore.
Hazel, Wix, Fritz, then it's Schnock, then Psy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that will make it Fritz, your turn.
Cool. Yeah.
Jesus.
I am going to aim the staff up at it. The slightly hooked point will glow slightly, and then glow a red, but then no other visible effect happens before. Oh, I picked up my mini from a distance. Before from the Manticore, it looks like 3 of its blood vessels burst, and I will
Alrighty.
cast Magic Missile.
Alright, you roll damage straight away.
Which is I will use Sanguine Burst
Oh yeah, yeah.
to I pull the staff around, and as I put it on my back, just before I do, I pierce my hand with the hook of it.
Alright.
Put it on my back, take a point of necrotic damage, and I get to re-roll some of my dice. And I will re-roll just one of them because I rolled a 1 and I don't like that. So it will take...
Perfectionism.
What?
Nothing.
It will take 8 points of force damage. And now I have no staff, but the point on my hand where I've started to bleed from is the blood is, instead of dripping, it looks like it's more starting to encircle my fingers, floating slightly. Yeah. And now I'm into what is it called? I'm now into blood channeling.
You may need to reload the map.
Yes, I remember.
I'm now in
Lumine's
blood
one.
channeling. So
Yep.
I can use my body as my spell focus now.
Interesting.
Yes.
Homebrew.
I'm saving it first.
Yeah.
And that will be probably my turn.
Okay.
And
Who's next?
oh yeah, I will quickly say thank you, Matthew Mercer, for making this subclass or something. I don't know.
Is this Blood Hunter?
It's the...
Oh, no. I'm
yeah,
Blood Magic
it's
from
Bardic
Caldori
Wizard.
Campaign Reborn.
Oh, cool.
Blood Wizard.
Yeah, so that's my action. I don't believe I have a bunch.
There's a character in game who like
Yeah,
gives you
swinging
this
that
power.
thing around. You see as like for a second its veins pulsate on its sides, on its like hind legs, but they violently erupt, spraying sort of spatters of blood all over the place, in a vicious yet positive, I guess, considering you're trying to kill this thing. Psychic. And is that your turn?
It is. Fritz is looking very pleased with himself.
With that, the Manticore's turn, who is going to send out 3 tail spikes. We're going to go 1 to each of those who have taken their turn so far, except the cats. So we'll go Numor up first. Let me get my dice terror out. Numor, that's going to be a 7 plus 16 to hit.
Just makes the save. I'm sorry,
Righty.
hit. Just a hit.
It's going to be 8 damage as
Damage.
this sort of brown edged with like this white tip spike shoots down straight from its tail, which it whips round, then going into, we'll go for Hazel next. 16 to hit again. Ouch.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Is it you
9
first?
damage. As this spike is like this, like humongous. It's probably about the same height as you, and it gorges a giant section out of your side, which doesn't look too pretty and hurts. But you're able to tough it through despite the giant spikes itself. Then making it finally is going to send one at Fritz for a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All of you with your weak AC.
That's a lot, not as much damage.
Shut up.
5 damage, Fritz.
Ah,
As this one, it graces your shoulder, still taking out like a large scratch, but not managing to hit as lethal areas as the others.
The blood,
It will then...
the blood starts to also float around, not the hand, but just around Fritz.
starts like slowly oozing around you as the Manticore will move. How long is it?
Can't. Levitate.
Oh.
Oh,
Can't
levitate. Yes, correct.
Yep.
So it will stay. It will. You see that it tries to dart forwards, unable to stay
Kind of like
still.
spins. Whee!
Yeah.
They
Spins
have a
around
room
in a
on the
circle for a
ISS that
second.
is like that.
I know.
From the
I want to go
center
to
of
the
the
room.
room. From the center
Yeah.
of the room, you can't reach any of the walls.
There's like one
See
person
what-
stuck there forever. They lock him there. It's the one person they don't
Space prison.
like. I'm gonna run up. Yo. Oi. I killed you before. I'm gonna toss the dart as hard as I can.
Must kill.
Kiki mama ma.
Must
Kill. Oh, that's good. That's a 21 to hit.
That one was definitely a hit.
Ah, thank God. What is it again? 1d4 plus 3. Whee! Ah, that sounds good. 4 damage.
Alright, so you reach in, swing round with your arm using the full like sort of strength, pushing out a
I
nice
don't have
aim.
much, but
As it's not as it still makes it sort of an easier target, and you manage to poke it right in its jaw and deal. Is it
take that,
40
you
or something?
overgrown feline. 4 damage.
kill. Must.
I heard you the first time. That's the end of my turn.
Silverhue, do your turn.
Okay. Well, Sai Silverhune doesn't have much in the way of range, but he does have... Actually, no, that's a lie. He's more ranged than most paladins. He's going to go stand
He's 10 feet.
30 feet forward, running forward, and then he's going to call out to the Manticore in Elvish and cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So Wisdom save,
Rolling. That is going to be...
and that has a D12 because he's damaged.
yeah, that's actually 9.
Nice. So that is going to be a total of 8 necrotic damage.
Awesome.
And then with his bonus action, he is going to, you know what? Channel Divinity to use Champion Challenge. And I'm going to need another Wisdom save.
Rolling it.
Didn't we find out that like if anyone else attacks?
That's really high. That's
No, that's a compelled
20.
duel. That's
Alright.
unfortunate. Anyway, there's no other hostiles in here anyway. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's his turn.
well,
And you shout, "Come down here, you coward!"
bit of
What he said.
So instead of going to the top of the round, what instead happens is you see as the Manticore suddenly stops struggling with its head, going side to side, goes, no, and then you see its eyes open, this glistening deep purple, and it starts speaking in this voice that is not its. Awaken, friends! Show them who you are! And suddenly, the orc, you see his entire form
I was right.
in on itself.
The orc was
As
working for the bad
it
guys.
has this deep grey skin, no longer being able to speak as its mouth is sewn really visibly shut. These yellow eyes, long limbs that are so over-exaggerated, it's almost like it goes down to the knees. And the old lady, she too morphs into this creature.
Are you kidding?
These two
Doppelgangers?
doppelgangers. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness at least they weren't evil. Maybe.
They're still evil, but they're
Doppelgangers
just
are
not.
the
No, these ones are evil,
Yes,
obviously.
doppelgangers
You
are
know,
evil.
but maybe not the ones that we met originally. Maybe they saw us meet them.
Let's
and-
get these two out for the double.
I'm holding out hope for the old lady.
I saw your jewels, orc.
The creature
hazels.
just stares at you. It's like trying to speak. It can't. It's like its mouth has been sewn shut, like it's trapped.
Don't have any more
In fact,
ducks.
That airy voice, it snaps back into normality. The Manticore, its eyes now are like a bloodshot red yellow. And we can go to the top of the round. Numor, Your turn.
My
Ruh-roh.
headset is going to die in a minute, so I'm just going to move to PC quickly.
See, I'm
Right.
pretty sure I'm not in range for any
I thought
opportunity
you already
attack, so I'm just gonna move right to here, and also I'm gonna use an action. I think it's an action, or I can just move it. Move the manticore down where it's like 5 feet above the ground.
1 second. Is that? I assume that's part of the spell, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
part of the
yeah.
spell. I can choose
It's not
to
an
move
action.
it 20 feet up or down.
It should have taken an extra 3 damage because I forgot about the magic missile modifier.
Okay. Add
The
it on.
Memema?
Yeah. So you, how far are you moving it down? You say just as much as you can.
Alright, so, sorry. So
Okay.
that's action. I'm pretty sure if
You're
I cast
moving it-
another...
you're
Yeah,
moving
I'm
it to the
moving it
bottom,
down to
right,
where
the
it's
floor.
5 feet, 5 feet above the ground.
If you cast another
That
spell,
way-
you don't lose concentration. Only if you cast another concentration spell.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll cast Dragon's Breath through my familiar.
Okay. Is that save? I'm guessing. Dex.
No, that's
Oh, okay.
my familiar now has a breath weapon.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Was that a bonus action or an action?
It's a bonus.
Okay, so what's your action?
Oh, right, I still have an action. Jeez Louise. No, I'm just gonna. That's just gonna be it for my turn.
Okay. So yeah, so the muzzle of your the mouth area, sorry, of your familiar, suddenly grows into like it's not like draconic, but you see it gets like these fangs and that grow as it opens its mouth, and you can now see it's got Dragon's Breath ability. As you then yank the creature down, which it tries to retaliate by pulling itself back up its wing, it's unable to resist. And bop.
What on earth?
Oh no,
Can you
mute?
Hazel just got a haze.
I'm sorry for those watching.
Have you muted yourself?
Hazel is like currently trapped in a waterfall.
Christ, you cannot be on PC.
I'm gonna
Well,
need to charge your headphone. Oh, I have one.
Headphones, yes. Deal with that. anyway.
Sorry.
Sorry, viewers.
So,
Alright, so yes.
Where's Hazel?
It's New Moors. That's your turn, correct?
yep, that's my turn.
Alright. Hazel, your turn if you're able to not deafen us.
Hazel.
oh, they're gone. Oh, no, they're not.
Hazel? Ari?
We will get back to Hazel's turn when they return, so we can just keep going with the combat. So yeah, we'll let, I won't take the turn for them, but we'll let that turn happen later. So we'll take it to Twix's turn.
Alright, Twix is gonna fly to right here. And use his breath weapon downwards onto the manticore.
Okay, alright.
So I'm gonna need a save from the
Yep,
manticore.
is that a dex
I
save?
believe that is dex save.
Gonna be 15 plus 14.
14 just barely fails. That's
Okey-dokey.
full 3d6 lightning damage.
Sick.
Maybe just like a real Dragonborn, you'll roll minimum.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lightning damage.
Oh, nice.
13, that's amazing. Alright, so your familiar suddenly opens its mouth and you see this ball of crackling lightning appears, and then it shoots it straight down, and the entire creature for a second is lit up by this blue lightning that is wrapping around it before it retracts, and you can see the creature has several burn marks where the lightning hit. It seems pretty hurt from the attack. And is that Fritz's entire turn?
Yes, that is.
Not
Oh,
Fritz,
so
sorry,
not Fritz,
Twix.
Twix.
It's just because I can see you on my initiative because you're up next.
Yeah, that is Twix's entire turn.
Alright, it took his turn. Fritz, it's not your turn.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm smiling widely, happy about why am I on the floor? Happy about all of this chaos, the pain, all of that good stuff.
Sane people
Forwards.
things.
Yeah, same people things. I like the creativity. And I will just nobody within range. Wait. Move me back. Hold on. I was here. I would have been next to the doppelganger.
Ah, yes.
Who yeah, I don't like being
Is
next
this
to.
spell was broken as
Yes. You're
No,
pretty
that's
quiet,
fine.
but yes.
I
Okay,
realised
now.
what it was. It was because I got a new webcam and it was using my webcam mic instead of my normal.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't actually using my headset.
I will, yeah, I'm just gonna... That work? Hold on. Monster Undead is immune. I don't know if this thing can be frightened, so I'm not even gonna... yeah, I'll do the same thing I did to the Manticore. Holding up the hand with the encircling, I will cast Magic Missile again, but to
Awesome.
the Orc doppelganger.
Okay.
This time, instead of there being no visible, it seems like just tiny drops of the blood fly out at intense speed and pierce into the Orc.
Oh, awesome.
Which will be... Ooh, very nice. 13 points of force damage.
Alright, 1 second. Just get all my counters back up to date. So you said that was 13?
Yep.
Alright, that's sick. Alright, so
Almost
you send yeah, I can see the dice, that's really cool. So yeah, you send out these drips of blood that strike the creature, which recoils in pain. Despite having this thick skin, there's nothing it can do, as the blood itself seems to be the damaging factor unless the force is applied. And you see it stares at you with these yellowish white eyes that are just so blank, discontent and angry.
He's just
anything else?
smiling back, and that is my turn.
Alright. Manticore's turn.
May I take my turn first?
Oh yes, sorry I did say. Yeah, you can take your turn.
That's right. Could you reload the map for me, please?
Yes, everyone remember where you are. David.
Right there, right there.
You are gonna have to scale me and move me.
Oh yes.
Can you not move yourself?
I can, but I can't scale myself and I can't make myself fly.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's rough,
my
buddy.
lovely girl is going to rage, and as you all saw
Right.
before, the prism colours on her skin begin to shift and grow, splitting in half as more appears, and she grows to large, so 10 by 10, yeah, and then she will fly 30 feet underneath the manticore. I can actually
The Manticore is 5 feet above the ground, so you'll probably be able to get just
That's
about
right,
up to it.
Well, because of my Giant's Havoc, I gain an extra 5 foot reach on my weapons.
Awesome.
So I will take out my maul and just reckless attack, swing around into his face.
Alright, roll to hit.
That'd be... 20... Oh, sorry, I forgot to roll. 23?
23 will definitely hit.
That's nice 16 bludgeoning damage.
6. Awesome. Alright, you see as you swing round with this giant maul. It slams into its ribs, hitting you here several now cracking under the immense pressure of the blow. It roars out in pain. No, kill, must kill. Anything else on your turn?
No, that.
Alright, so you now, on its turn, it will immediately try and fly backwards, fail, and then take, how far away? You'd be 5 feet away, right? Or 10 feet? How far do you
Well,
aiming?
I'm 10 foot tall, and you said it was 5 feet in the air, so I'd be like eye line with its feet.
Okay.
Well, no, you're 10 feet tall, aren't you?
Yeah. So
It's- You'd be, it's
Oh,
5
fair.
foot off the ground, so you'd
You'd
be
be like
looking at
ankle
its-
height.
so but yeah, it is. I am within.
Alright, it will
Thigh
make
height, probably.
3 attacks against you. It's going to be an 8, 15, and a 17 to hit.
It's
So did the 15 hit?
yeah, 2 hits.
Going to be, but a claw attack is going to be 9 damage as it swings at you, and then instantly
Halved down.
it like in turn. Yeah, half done 3, yeah, that's correct. And then it will swing down, trying to take a bite out of you, for 10 damage.
Half down to 5.
Down to 5. You see then it's trying, you can tell it's trying to get away, but that takes spells completely stopping it from any chances. We'll then turn it into the doppelgangers, who,
Oh my god. Me.
the doppelgangers. This one over here will move over. And Fritz,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on with your brain right now as you feel this piercing pain as the creature looks this creature over here, the old lady, just stares into you? What's on the surface?
He's feeling very happy. He's enjoying himself.
Creature. The doppelganger just looks to the side, looks again, and she will.
He seems to be reveling in the pain.
Yeah, she will move. She'll stay where she is, and then this creature is going to swing around with a punch, and then swing around with another punch to your gut. That's going to be a 22
Yes.
and an 18
definitely.
to hit.
Both definitely hit.
Right, that's going to be 16 bludgeoning damage. As the creature gets 2 extremely strong punches, making full use of the momentum of its longer arms, and absolutely like clobs you across the
Yeah, I'm
face and
looking-
gut.
Wait, that.
And with that, doppelganger's turn, Shinnok.
Alright. That's life. Oh. Alright, I forgot to put me there. That's stupid of me. Oh, up down I go. I'm going to run at the old lady doppelganger, screaming, "Give me back my silver." And I'm going to clock her upside the head with my quarterstaff.
Alright, sounds good. So as you're running over, you're seeing her just carefully observing Fritz, and you see Fritz get beaten to the side.
I was on my silver. Ah, scheiße. 10 to hit. That's the right one I hit.
10 will miss, unfortunately.
Then I'm flurry of
bring-
blows.
Oh, yeah, awesome. So as your finger bounces
Possibly,
the
yes,
first
sir.
round, it ducks its head down, and the staff swings above its head before it turns its gaze to you.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will definitely hit, yes.
And will a 19 hit?
A 19 will also hit, yeah.
That was terrible.
9 damage overall. They just
Damage,
punch up.
Okay, so, yeah, as you bring around 2 stacks, you manage to severely damage its side and then like almost like push it in the top corner, and you hear the shoulder just click into position. It doesn't feel quite right for it. Brings it back into the right position. As those 2 hits feel like they felt good, but you see this creature is barely responding to the pain, almost like it doesn't understand it, and it is only trying to yell through this stitched mouth that is like so it's trying to communicate to you, but something's stopping it. These stitches are holding much more than they should be, which, if that's your turn, we'll turn it to Silverhune's turn.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, that is the
No,
name.
is Sai okay?
Sai, you there?
Sai? Oh, Eben?
I am. Yeah.
There you go.
It's your turn.
Yes. So I am going to, assuming my mic is working, I am going to. Yeah. What did you say?
Nothing.
I'm going to. Oh, my mini vanished.
The
I'm going
doppelgangers
to-
are not bad.
Yeah, I'm going to walk over to the guy. You know what? Let's flank just for fun.
Big guy.
And I'm going to attack with my longsword.
Alright, sounds good.
Advantage because flank. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah, that
Which is
hits.
good because my
Walk around,
modifiers suck.
You actually use the it's not quite prepared for an attack from behind, so you're able to stab it really good with the longsword.
Cool.
Roll
Is
damage.
he pretty badly bloodied?
Yes, looks really quite damaged.
Okay, well I won't smite. That is going to be not bad. 7 slashing damage.
Alright, so you see it's still holding on to life.
Dang it.
But by not by much. As it like almost slumps down on its legs, you see the leg that you have stabbed is now not really fully functioning, as it roars in your face, it's turning around to face you.
I just smile at it. And I'm going to actually. So is Hazel before it in initiative or after?
Before.
With that, top of the round, it is Numor.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to cast a Chromatic Orb on...
Let's see.
Actually, how far is that? How far is range? Sure, I have the 90 feet, so... Here to here. Yep, okay. Yeah, Chromatic Orb on the blue doppelganger. So I need
Okay,
to roll
awesome.
to hit. Need to roll to hit.
Yeah, and tell me what damage type it is as well.
Lightning.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so that's a 14 plus 7. So 14, 15,
21.
16, 21. Yep, thank you, 21.
Yeah, 21 will definitely hit.
Alright, that's 3d8 lightning damage. I think.
Which doppelganger is that, sorry?
Hmm?
Is it the doppelganger or the manticore, sorry?
Doppelganger. Sure.
The left one or the right one? The orc or the
The blue
old
one.
woman? Blue one. Okay,
The-
awesome.
Okay.
Orc.
York. Alright. Yeah, just double checking if anything else. No, 3d8. 1, 2, 3.
My guy going.
Roll. And that's a 14. 14 lightning damage.
Which, yes, that will make it Hazel your turn.
Okay. Behind Decor, I'll bring my hammer up and crash it down over the. That's a
Yeah,
23
finish it
hit
off.
again.
23, that will hit.
That's nice.
And
12
one for
bludgeoning
damage.
Sorry, no, 12. 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
How would you like to do this?
Yay.
I bring the hammer up and from the teeth of the Slard skull, I bring it down and it just like the teeth is what gouges into its head. And then I just bring the rest of his body down onto the ground with the hammer.
Okay. That's
Excellent.
awesome. So yeah, you bring around, crack it, and the spell as it dies just ends and it clumps to the floor in an absolute mess, in a sprawled mess, like its feet and things
Another
everywhere.
abomination.
At which point something odd happens. For the two
Second half
doppelgangers
bar.
freeze. Their eyes turn purple, and a voice echoes through them all again. This time in two parts. It's like they are talking at once, as if controlled by the same creature, and you hear that same weird voice there.
And now, you have answered me.
I'm always waiting for like a deep gravelly voice, like super intimidating, and then it's like that.
Yeah. You will die.
That's adorable.
It's just a dude. It's just a
No, you.
Of which they crumple to the ground.
Oh,
That is actually really bad.
I needed
'cause
them to
alive.
Yeah, we
heal.
needed them. Well, I needed them to interrogate, but that's bad, regardless.
Dang.
I need my silver
And
coin.
you now have two limp creatures on the floor who are
Yeah.
both repeating. They keep speaking.
You will die.
Okay.
You will die.
I'll just,
I'm gonna
Okay.
kick them, but that's because you guys are annoying, to be honest.
well, if they're doing
Well,
that,
that's not
Hazel
great.
starts bounding over this giant version of her with her hammer ready to just smash into them.
and before that,
Hey, Whack-A-Mole,
happens,
go.
I'm gonna ask, because it's me next in initiative.
Are we
with-
still in initiative or in out?
in quotations?
You can
Because-
well, I'll let Fritz take that that turn
Yeah.
first, and then
I
we'll
would have
end
been
it.
doing this. I'm immediately just going to drop a Wither and Bloom.
Okay.
So the arms go out, and just a wave of dark energy unaffecting all of my friends. The plants here do wither and die.
Alrighty. Yeah.
They do
Wait,
wither
no,
and bloom.
no, just this one. Just this one. This one would be the only
Okay.
one that was caught in the
Yep.
sphere. It waves over Chinook fine. But these two, the dark wraps around them and then pulls back into me, red.
Mhm.
I need con saves if they can make.
They are technically alive, but they
double tapped
instant
my-
fail all
I
checks.
double tap my. These make. Oh, okay. They'll fail all. Okay, cool.
They
both
instantly
take-
fail any check. Yes.
They both take. I will not do a sanguine burst. So that will be just 7 points of damage. Wait, no, wait, yeah. And I
Okay.
heal. I heal 6.
Heal 6. Okay. So these creatures, the moment that you damage them, immediately
I
stop
doubled my
repeating the.
You will die. You will die.
It stops instantly.
Okay. Well,
Sigh. There is something about this voice that reminisces in your head, as well as you, Numor. You can't bring to mind exactly what it is, but it's like both of you have some sort of. It's in the back of your brain, like it's something you know, but you don't. You can't quite bring to the forefront of your brain. And as the creatures remain dead on the ground, we're going to end tonight's session for you guys to pick
Alright.
up next time, after the aftermath of this battle.
and finally make your way wherever you may find these creatures with not really a great sense of direction of where they may be. But I hope you all enjoyed playing, and I hope you guys all enjoyed watching. Thank you ever so much. This has been just our first little session for you all to watch, except for the first one, which we totally didn't lose all the sound to. Remember
hopefully this one
Camera's
works.
up there, isn't it?
It'd be funny if this one
oh
happens.
crap. Oh yeah, it is. I'm gonna change the camera view so you can see my face, because I'm sure the camera will want to
Why
see
would
my
you
face.
want
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oi, move.
Face.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
So, yes, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session. We had, a bit of combat, bit of roleplay, bit of tavern doing. I mean, you can't start a campaign if it's not in a tavern. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have
Impossible.
any questions or ideas or things you'd like to see, things you didn't so much enjoy in the comments, please do that. And do I dare
And I'll
say
get
it?
back to you.
Like and subscribe, guys.
No, please
Like
stop.
and
No.
subscribe.
It has to be said.
Only
It has to be
2%
said
of
in
you are
the voice.
subscribed.
Ring that bell.
Anything you put in the
No.
anything you put in the comments, I'll get back to, because
Yes.
I'm.
Why will you get
doing
back?
that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
thank you all so much for watching, and yeah,
It's a
time
drink.
to pack up those swords and spells, and
No.
see you next game. Thank you for watching.